Hey everyone, and welcome to edition number 42 of Klugula Reads his Classics. I have found a piece. It was in a folder when I separated these a couple, 3 years ago. Uh, I guess it's something maybe from the past 20 years, maybe the past decade. Based on the title, which is Insecure, it could be from any time in my life, frankly. But this one, the way it's typed and printed, I'm going to guess this is probably 32. Let's just throw that out there. But based on, yeah, this, it looks like that could be it. So I'm as normal going in pretty much cold. I don't remember writing this. I don't remember anything about it. I mean, older pieces, yeah, I can kind of recall, oh, I remember, blah, blah, blah. But this one, no idea. So I have no warnings to provide to you. So anyway, Insecure. There are so many things I want to say to you now. It's actually difficult for me to say them. Can you imagine having the capability to speak your mind and not being able to do so because of your mind? Insecurities, I mean. Are you ever insecure? She nodded. I sure am. It tends to get me down. Obviously, I already am down since I am insecure, but when I think about how bad it gets worse. Do you know what I mean? She nodded. I'm sure you don't, but you are humoring me. I often wonder what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. Like, what is my greater calling? What is my fate? It eludes me. It eludes me all the time. I know what I like to do, but I don't do it. Does that make sense? She shook her head. Well, how do I explain? I think I know what I want to do, and I have my passions, but something holds me back. What is it? What forces me to sit there on my ass, excuse my language? She nodded. Makes me not follow up on things, not do what I set out to do. It is crazy, just craziness. All around me, I see people from my past moving on, staying back. I am all of those things. I mean, I do all of those things. Where am I going? She stared. This must be boring for you. I've grown tired of these meaning of life questions. There are too many to answer, and again, the answer eludes me. There are no answers, are there? She shrugged. Why can't I find the inner strength and motivation to live my life as I have always imagined it to be? Fame, fortune, spirituality, health, contentment. Do you find it interesting that I have placed fame first? She stared. Sorry. I suppose not, because deep down you know, as I know, that I'm basically like everyone else. I may look funny and act strange, but inside I'm just as selfish as the next guy. She stared. Sorry. Or gal. She smiled. I've always heard that money doesn't buy happiness. Have you heard that? She nodded. I always wondered where that came from. Who said that? Were they rich or poor? Katie Couric or Nasita Kwan? Anyway, I've always craved money. It's because I came from a poor family, destitute, homeless, helpless, hopeless. I often think that I would have been better off with no family. Nothing to tie me down, no background to ponder, no mother to spite me. She stared. But who knows? Who knows? I don't know, but that is what this is all about, so running away is out. She smiled. You recognize that, don't you? I'm not Jewish, I'm not anything. The world doesn't know what or who I am, but it keeps me free. My freedom has never been curtailed, never been trashed. I can escape any time I want to, and no one will ever tell me that I cannot. Not many people have that kind of freedom. Freedom to eat chili at 3 in the morning, freedom to masturbate at all hours of the night, freedom to pick your teeth or chew your fingernails or run for miles and not wonder whether there is something there when you get to wherever you're going. Freedom to live life as it was meant to be. The only dictator I have against my freedom is my own laziness, my own sloth. It is always there, right there in front of me. I can examine it, taste it, hate it, kick it, love it, throw carved jack-o'-lanterns at it, but what I cannot do is rid myself of it. It has been there for years. Sometimes I can suppress it, long enough to get a glimpse of happiness and a feeling of achievement, success. But Hitler always comes back to throw me to the ground, bringing up dust, kicking me in the back, force-feeding me my own inadequacies, keeping me hidden under his swastika flag like a bawling Jew, awaiting the showers, reminding me that in the end there is no escape. Do you like that analogy? She stared. It came out of nowhere, but gets the point across, don't you think? She nodded. Yes, insecurities, laziness, they all make me who I am, but People don't always like who they are or who they have become over the years. Do you know what I mean? She nodded. I see that it's time for me to go, but I won't do that yet. I'll do that tomorrow. After all, tomorrow is another day. She smiled. Um, yeah, probably early 30s, but as I mentioned in the opening, insecure, that's my whole life. So this is interesting. So yeah, that's a piece, and for number 42 today, we'll be back tomorrow. If you feel so inclined, you can share, you can comment, you can like, you can subscribe to my channel. But until then, I will go ahead and offer up the quadruple S. Stay safe, stay smart, stay secure, and stay well stocked. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.